Steam Deck, a portable gaming hardware developed by a company, Valve, which owns the world's largest game ESD, has been unveiled. They are already receiving pre-orders on the official website, ahead of the release in December. In this video, let me introduce you to some of the titles that were already released on Nintendo Switch but failed to optimize, or some of the titles that's a shame it didn't perform better. Steam Deck is expected to provide better optimization and quality beyond Nintendo Switch. Okay, then, shall we get started? Number 21. Resident Evil 6. Resident Evil 6 allows players to select between 4 scenarios with interwoven storylines centered on Division of Security Operations Agent Leon Kennedy, Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance Captain Chris Redfield, Mercenary Jake Muller, and Spy Ada Wong. In the Leon, Chris, and Jake scenarios, players have the option of controlling either them or their respective partners, United States Secret Service Agent Helena Harper, BSAA Sniper Piers Nivens, and DSO Agent Sherry Birkin. The character not selected by the player is controlled by either artificial intelligence or another player via local or online multiplayer. Number 22. Devil's Hunt. The war between demons and angels takes you to hell and back in Devil's Hunt. Play as Desmond in this third-person action-adventure game, as he discovers his demonic powers with the fate of the world hanging in the balance of the greatest conflict known to humankind. Number 23. Burnout Paradise Remastered. Burnout Paradise is set in an open-world environment. Players have the opportunity to progress at their own pace and level. The game, unlike others, is not actually set to a rigid gameplay framework. For the first time in the series, records are now kept on a player's driver's license, including statistics such as fastest time and biggest crash for every street in the game. Completing events raises the driver rank, which unlocks access to new cars. Number 24. AO Tennis 2. AO Tennis 2 game features multiple types of tennis match. The redesigned career mode features a new managing system. Players have to earn money and experience that can be used to boost players' skills and stats. The higher level is, the better form would like to perform. While performance on court is important, how to deal with press conference, how to maintain good relationship with your team would also be critical for players' reputations and decide the quality of sponsors that players can pick up. Number 25. Descenders. Descenders is a downhill mountain biking video game which puts players in different environments. Each level in the game is procedurally generated. In each level, the player races a downward course on a relatively dirt trail. During the trials, the player gains opportunities to perform tricks with their bicycle. Each level also presents a set of random objectives to complete, such as performing a trick a certain number of times, or finishing a race within a certain time. Each level also contains checkpoints which serve as respawn points upon bailing. Bail often, and the player fails the level. Number 26. PGA Tour 2K21. PGA Tour 2K21 is a sports video game developed by HB Studios and published by 2K Sports for Stadia. It's a continuation of the golf club franchise integrated with 2K Sports and the second game in the franchise to include a PGA Tour license. PGA Tour 2K21 received positive reviews, with critics acknowledging that the game preserved the extent of realism seen in its predecessors, while adding more difficulty levels and assists to make it more accessible to a wider audience.
Just a little too much power. This putt's about 5 feet. This putt's going. There it is.
Number 27. Crysis Remastered. Crysis is a first-person shooter video game series created by German developer Crytek. The series revolves around a group of military protagonists with nanosuits, technologically advanced suits of armor that give them enhanced physical strength, speed, defense, and cloaking abilities. The protagonists face off against hostile North Korean soldiers, heavily armed mercenaries, and a race of technologically advanced aliens known as the Ceph, who arrived on Earth millions of years ago and have recently been awakened. Number 28. Resident Evil Revelation 2. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is set between the events of Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. Claire Redfield is the main protagonist and Barry Burton's daughter, Moira, plays a supporting role. In December 2014, a new trailer revealed Barry as another playable protagonist and he is joined by Natalia Corda, a little girl with supernatural abilities. The official cinematic trailer was released in December 2014. Resident Evil Revelations 2 is a survival horror game which supports cooperative gameplay on console platforms. The game has stealth elements as only 2 of the 4 playable characters use guns. The other 2 are more vulnerable, preferring to use weapons such as crowbars and bricks, or be used to find hidden items with a flashlight or special senses. Number 29. The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds is an action role-playing video game featuring a first-person perspective. In the early stages of the game, the player can create their own character and unlock a ship, which acts as the game's central hub space. Though the player cannot control their ship directly, it serves as a fast travel point to access different areas in the game and acts as the player's persistent inventory space. The player can encounter and recruit non-player characters as companions who have their own personal missions and stories. Number 30. Fast RMX. Like most racing video games, players must reach the end of a track as soon as possible. Unique to the Fast series is the color switch mechanic, where players collect energy to switch between 2 colors. Each color has respective boosts and jump pads, which can only be used if a player is currently its respective color. Upon completing a race, players are rewarded a number of points, depending on which place of 8 they finished in. At the end of a cup, the player must rank in the top 3 of racers to unlock the next cup. Okay, that's it. That was the games on Steam Deck, expected to perform better than on Nintendo Switch. Thanks for watching. This is Bobtendo Game TV. Please stay tuned.